crazy tape, and I just loved it. It's an old English folk song, and I hope you like it. There was an old farmer who sat on a rock, stroking his whiskers and shaking his fist at his neighbors who sat on their ricks, teaching their children to play with their kite strings and marbles in the old days of yore. Along came a lady who looked like a decent young lady and walked like a duck. Said she discovered a new way to bring up the children, to sew and to knit. The boys in the stables were shoveling up contents of stables left after the hunt. The carman was feeling a nice piece of straw from the stables, cleaning the walls. In came the dairymaid to play with his dog in the dairy where she did belong. If you think this is dirty, well, you're fucking well wrong. Tanner was gay, the character. If you don't know, that was the character on Full House, that he was gay. And I say, I don't think so. All right, maybe, but I don't know. But I needed a mission statement that could be like the banner that I would wear proudly, you know? So this is my scarlet letter. This is a song called Danny Tanner Was Not Gay. And I needed a tune worthy of such a statement. So I went to the greatest composers of our time, the Backstreet Boys. They're fucking awesome. And they are back, and they are street, and they are boys, and they are men. And they rock my fucking world. And I got one of their cell numbers, and I won't say which one, but he's awesome. So here's a song, and it's called Danny Tanner Was Not Gay. It's opposite day. And here we go. And thank you again for being here. I really appreciate it. Best friends forever. We're here on a Friday or Tuesday, whatever the fucking day it is. This guitar's from eBay. I've heard some of you say, but Danny Tanner was not gay. Tell me why they lived in San Francisco. Tell me why they went through lots of Crisco. Tell me why I never slept with Dave Coulier. But Kimmy Gibbler got it this way. No, that ain't right. It was more like, I don't remember. I was all on Comtrex. After 8 years with them, in a house with 2 men, they were my second family. The last show shed a tear, then Stamos grabbed at my rear, and Uncle Jesse was inside of me. Sorry, he likes that lyric. He's fucked up. Sometimes the show wasn't that funny, but fuck you, made lots of money. Yeah, good values. But I gave half to my ex-wife anyway. Would have been cheaper if I had been gay. Tell me why some people called me faggot. Tell me why. Maybe because my last name's... Thank you. I changed it. It used to be somosexual, but I changed it. Tell me why I suck dick for coke, but that's not to say I seen him. But that doesn't mean Danny Tanner could be gay. Oh, Danny Tanner was not gay like Dave Coulier. Marijuana is not a drug. I used to suck dick for coke. I seen him. Now that's an addiction, man. You ever suck some dick for marijuana? Huh? No, I can't say I have. I didn't think so. Boo this man! We had a very weird existence. I was 11, and he was a meat executive. He was like a head of meat. He was a meathead, basically. And he would just tell me sick shit, which is why I became a comedian before I did anything else. We would be in a restaurant, this is true, and he was sitting next to me, and he had a menu, and he said, tonight's specials are cake and cock, and they're out of cake. And I was like, I'm 11. I like cake. They don't have cake? He was a
sick guy, really funny, but just said weird stuff. He went through the Depression. He would say jokes like, ask me how I slept last night. How'd you sleep? Like a baby with your mom's tit in my mouth. I'm like, oh my God. I want to be emancipated, you creepy man. I didn't know what he was talking about. He would do dumb things. He said, I read the newspaper today. I think it was a misprint. I didn't know if the guy shot himself or shit himself. Just a walking rim shot, the whole thing. He was a supermarket person, supermarkets. He said that one day A&P was going to merge with Stop and Shop and be Stop and P. He's not here anymore. How you doing, sir? He told me a joke. This is a really weird joke. I shouldn't share it. Okay, but you insisted. This is an old school joke from the Depression, so this is it. A guy goes into a house of ill repute, which I didn't even know what that meant. I was 11 years old. It doesn't mean nothing. And that's how I talk, it means nothing. And the guy says, what do you have for $1? So that's around this time, when this place was built. Now, 20 years earlier. Forget the fucking facts, listen to the joke. So this guy goes into a house of ill repute and says, what do you have for $1? And the proprietor, I don't know what proprietor means, he says, I'm 11. He says, go upstairs and make a right and sit on the bed and you'll know what to do. And the guy goes upstairs and sits on a bed and a little door opens up and a chicken comes into the room. This is foul. And we laughed. And the guy, I'm 11, the guy, as my dad tells me, does his business with the chicken. That's fucking nothing to me. I don't know what that does his business. What do you like, shaking hands, Willie Loman? You got briefcases? I don't know. And then he says, and then the chicken is disgusted and he leaves. He's angry. That's correct. You know what I'm talking about. Chicken goes away. And the guy goes away and he comes back the next day and he says to the proprietor, I'm 11, I swear to you, I didn't even have a pube. I didn't know what my dad was talking about. Well, I had one pube and I put it under the pillow for the pube fairy to come. And he came on my pillow, which was really bad, So the guy comes back and he says, I want my $1 back. And the proprietor says, oh, no, sir, good sir. It was much more official. He said, I'll make it up to you. Go up the stairs this time and make a left and you won't want your $1 back. And guy goes, okay, goes up the stairs, makes a left, sits down in a screening room, bunch of guys in raincoats, there's a big curtain opens up and there's a porn thing going on, a bunch of people like at some orgy, and I'm 11, I don't know what anything he's talking about means. And he says, and the guy turns to the guy next to him and says, boy, this is something. And the other guy says, you should have been here yesterday, some guy was fucking a chicken. It's a long way to go. But that's my childhood. And my parents were together for 65 years. She loved him to death. And my mother's still alive. She can hear you right now. She's outside driving around. She is 87 and she still drives. I got her a prescription windshield. And I got the first alert. You know that thing where you fall and you can't get up or something? She hits the button and it calls the first people that I want there, which is the caterer. That's specifically a Jewish person's kind of joke. Any Jewish people here? Did you have a coupon? How'd you go about that? You applaud that. That does not help. I'm actually Jewish. I'll be showing you in just a few minutes. We'll bring the jib in close. I'll call it a jib to show my giblets.
Thank you. Gosh, you're a wonderful audience. You really are. I'm not just kissing up. I'm really not. I swear. I'm slobbering all over you is what I'm doing, because I need you to like me real bad, because I have no act, and I have no life, and I have no future. I'm serious. My mom is Gumby, my dad is Pokey, and I'm Mr. Potato Head. So I talk real fast. If you have any drugs, take them now. I'm serious. I'm not funny, but I am quick. That's the problem I have with women, too. But it's good to be here. It really is. And you're a great crowd. I'm not just kissing up again. It's the second time I've done it. I just want to take a jacuzzi with you and throw in a toaster. I'm not kidding. I've never been this happy. But you're a great crowd, and I care about all of you individually. I just want to have sex with you right now. I'm serious. But I can't. I'm working right now. But I'm a happy guy, because I got married. Married my girlfriend of 7 years. At her age, I'm going to jail. No, I did. I really am in love. I told her tonight, I said, when I come home, I want to make love to you badly. And she said, at least you don't overestimate yourself. But I'm nuts over her. She's this tall. It's my dad's joke. I'm sorry you laughed at that. I've lost respect for you. I really have. Everybody needs friends, you know? I had it rough when I was a kid. Never got to go to camp. My mom thought I'd get embarrassed undressing in front of little boys, but I've changed because I kind of like it now. That's not true. I'm no senator. But thank you very much. I never got to sleep over my friends' houses. Anybody get to do that? You slept over my friends' houses? I never got to. I said, Mom, why not? She said, Bob, you have no friends and you have no life, and I'm not your mother, okay? But I love my mom, and you can too for just $12. I'm sorry, that was easy. Let that go. I'm sorry. Don't applaud that. You're scum, buddy. You really are. I live in California now, which is nice, but I'm actually frightened to death of an earthquake. I'm really scared of it. Californians don't care. It's like, oh, look, the ground's opening up. There goes my house. There go my wife and kids. It's Miller time. I'm scared there's going to be like a major quake and I'll be getting a vasectomy at the time. That's what I'm scared of, you know? It was a 7.3, but now it's a 4.1. But I won't do that, damn it, because I want to have a kid. I really do. Right now I'm in no position to have a kid because I'm standing up and I'm alone. But I want to have a kid, but we've been trying to have a kid. Well, my wife's trying. I just lay there. But I won't breastfeed. Damn it, I won't do it. Men can breastfeed. Did you know that? I read that. Okay, I made it up. No, I read it. I wrote it down and then I read it. I believe everything I read. Men can breastfeed, but you have to actually take cans of evaporated milk to your chest and give the baby an opener, you know? I remember when I was just a little baby, my mother was looking down and she said, Bob, you've had enough. And I said, don't act like you don't like it. You know, I was young, but I was a smart kid. But there's so much bad stimulus out there for kids. I was in a toy store recently. There's this new doll out. It's half man, half woman. It's called Gee, I Don't Know. You've been real nice. I had a good time. Thank you very much. Thank you.